What a go on YouTube family? And me again, man, Missa B. Last time I did a video, we talked about this issue of the criminality in Jamaica, specifically the murder issues, and I did mention that the next video I wanted to propose some ideas, if you will, suggestions as to how we can probably attack this problem because it has been with us for a long time. I'm talking about over 30, 35 years at a minimum. And, having grown up on the island and have been, you know, enmeshed in the fabric of the society, you see this thing happen. It's important that at least you put your voice out there, and that's what I'm doing. So here goes. Now, let me make it clear. I'm not in any position like most of you out there that we can do anything, to make any fundamental, hardcore change. But certainly what we can do is use our voices, and where we can is get involved so we can help change the attitude. And just before we start, just want to say to you guys out there, my YouTube followers, you know, if you like the video, just hit the like button and do me I want you to share it as well. Share with your friends and your own little circles. And of course, you wanna just hit up the notification bell so that when the next video drop, say you're up there and up front. Now, as I said in the last video, a big part of crime and deterrence and management, have to do with approaches. People commit crimes because, them believe them can get away with it. And the way how we have been operating in Jamaica, people have been getting away with murder and robbery and all kind of things. If you notice now, there's an uptick in the trend of armed robberies, particularly in the suburban areas, especially areas outside of the corporate area, Kingston and St. Catherine, if you will. And it has to be worrisome. If you're a business person, it is worrisome. If you're a Jamaican who's just concerned about his safety, if you are, Jamaican outside of the country, and especially when you have family members back home, you must be concerned. And so, here are some of my own suggestions for what they are. Now, first problem I have is people commit crime because they believe that them won't be detected, or even if there's an opportunity for the detection, it dissipates because you don't have enough police. So my first recommendation would be that you cancel all the police leave that out there right now, right? So we have about 18,000 police, and we need to get everybody on the road, right? We need to saturate the communities, especially the ones that we're seeing it on the radar in terms of the uptick and where the spikes are, right? We need to saturate those communities with police personnel. Increase the levels of patrols in those areas, walk foot police, beat on foot patrol, etc., etc., and especially the car patrols. The other thing is we need to increase the level of road work by the police. We need to start out by enforcing the laws that we have on the books. We don't need no whole lot more laws. We just need to enforce what we have. We want to apply a sort of the same broken windows treatment or broken windows approach that the New York police applied, where what you want to do is you stop smaller crimes from turning into bigger crimes. So people, traffic issues and people littering, people piss on the roadside, you have to start to deal with those small problems, because it is the more we turn our eyes away from these smaller things, it emboldens people to do bigger things, right? Again, if people believe that there's more police, if people see a higher police presence, there is going to be less of a chance of a man trying to commit the kind of robberies, because there's a greater chance of them being intercepted, caught, and dealt with. So that's the first thing. And these are short-term measures. You can do these almost immediately. We need to we put what I call permanent police posts in certain communities. There are certain hotspot areas. There are about maybe 15 or 18 what we call hotspots. That's where most of the crimes are being committed. You want to put permanent police posts in those areas, for the simple reason you have a permanent police post. That is an area now from which you can spring, what we call lightning raids. We know the communities where some of these the perpetrators of these criminal activities hang out, and you can run these lightning raids. You can do them, at the drop of a hat, so to speak, and essentially is start to suppress the opportunities for criminal activity, some of these types of criminal activities to take place. Remember, crime is opportunistic, and if we are providing the kind of environment where it becomes easy to commit certain types of crimes, that's exactly what the criminals are going to do. They're gonna think there's a certain level of emboldenment, and you see that that video with the murder of that Chinese man. And again, God rest his soul, and really wish his family and the surviving members of his family, all the best, and hope them can just take the time to get out of that. So we want to do that. We talk about the police post. I'm not of the view, I never supported this state of emergency. I don't believe it is a solution approach. If we need to bring, joint police military patrols, we have regulations on the books, so we can use those. But certainly saturating the communities with police is another area. And all of these are short term. Move more police who are office bound, who are the desk job and all them kind of thing. They turn over those jobs to civilians and make sure we have more police on the road. Medium term, we need to look at increasing the size of the police force. Right now, we have about 18,000 policemen on register in Jamaica, with a population of 3 million. That translates to about one policeman to 166 Jamaicans. We probably need to cut, double that. So we want to have something like at least one policeman to some 60 to 80 Jamaicans. So what you're doing is you're providing more police, because at no time is that 18,000 policemen available. In fact, if you look at it in terms of just shift, using them shift schedule, you have 3 8-hour shifts a day. So at no time do we have more than a third of that police personnel that is out there. And what that does is that it ratchets up the rate of police coverage on the road to not 1 in 166 now, but a rate of something like 1 to almost 500. And all the more reason why people feel them can commit certain types of criminal activity and get away with it, because you just don't have enough police out there. I would go a little bit further and make some structural changes to the police force, which is more short to medium term. The first one out of it is fire the damn commissioner of police. That man is a movie star. He don't know nothing about policing. We need to hire a police commissioner, appoint a police commissioner from the ranks, somebody who is in there, who sees the problems, understand them, and who is able to provide the same kind of motivation to the sub-officers within the police force, who can see that there's an opportunity for them to grow within the organization as well. And we have a whole heap. I don't need to name anybody, but we need to do that. I would also get rid of the Minister of National Insecurity, because Chang is a disgrace. And it's not so much about a reliance on him to get the job done, but Chang also is a member of parliament for one of the constituencies in Jamaica will have the highest level of criminality. That's where, when we had the murders that spiked in Montego Bay 2016, 17, and up to now, is a lot of that comes from out of his constituency. And if he can't address that kind of issue within his own constituency, how the hell do you expect him to function at a level where he's responsible for the country's security? The current administration have some 47 members of parliament that won seats. You must can find some. You want somebody who's fresh blood. Nobody don't know him not tainted by anything. Put somebody, because it's not the minister that is actually doing the job, but the minister certainly must represent somebody that the public have confidence in. And the other thing we want to also look at is building a certain level of confidence between the public and the police. That have to be a massive public education campaign, and all of that have to work simultaneously, because you can't do one without the other. People need to feel that the police is on their side, and that them recognize that it is by providing the police with information that them can help bring down the criminal activity. The police alone by themselves can't do it, but also you have to build the confidence of the public that when I get the police information, them now pass it on to them bad man friend or come round, come soon. Because that is part of the culture problem that we have in Jamaica. Another recommendation that I would make is, given the nature and the just how impregnable our problems seem to be, that we probably need to go get some outside help, certainly into people who can look at the problem in a more holistic way. People who have the skill, who can come in and address some of the training issues. The other problem is, remember, crime, as I said, is opportunistic. If we are doing, or we continue to do what we're doing, where we're really not providing any solution, even if the police hold on to a criminal, there is a good 60% chance that between the investigation and the presentation of a case to go before the Director of Public Prosecution, that case never reaches the court because it's not properly investigated, and the DPP is not going to take this matter to trial because the judge is going to throw it out of court. So it means that we need to strengthen investigative capabilities of the police, right? That can be done over the short to medium period. And then on the other side, in terms of to support the system, you need to look at the justice system, the speed with which we move a case from an investigation to an arrest and a charge, and from the point where we move it from arrest and charge to trial before the court. Because if justice is not swift, right, the justice must be certain that when a man commit a crime, that him going to get caught. And if he's caught, he or she is caught, the prosecution of that case must be swift, because it is the swiftness, the certainty and the swiftness is part of the major deterrent. That's how you deter criminal activity. And right now in Jamaica, we ain't doing that one hell. People are getting away with murder because we only convict about 6 or 7% of all the murders. So when we're talking about, we have 1,300 murders committed each year, and you hear the police with this damn foolishness about cleared up. That's bullshit, because we only convict about 5% of these murders that we have on the books. What it is that we are ending up with people murdering people because there's a good 92-93% chance of them getting away with it. And that's the reason why people commit crimes, because they feel that they can get away, right? These are just some of the solutions that I'm proposing. I have a whole raft more, but I think what we need to do is to start somewhere. Give me your feedback. Tell me if you think that these make sense, and let me hear from you. Let me read your responses in the comment section of the video. And again, I'm looking at putting some additional suggestions out there, more medium to longer term solutions with the next video. But in the meantime, Let me hear from you. Put your thoughts in the comment section, and if you like the video, just again like, share, and of course subscribe. Respect.